Hello everybody, how are you doing? Since a long time we're sitting back in a Hyundai N model again. This is the i20N, and of course it is a very special version as this one is being tuned and optimized by RaceChip. You've already seen that we were very satisfied with the RaceChip GTI that we already tested, and now we have more or less the full package again with Hyundai i20N model. This actually has the GTS model, which we will talk about in just a second, which pumps up the power to 234 HP, so that means 30 horsepower more, but almost 100 Newton meters more, which is of course a huge difference. Still, of course, this car has manual transmission and front wheel drive, so I guess 234 HP and 362 Newton meters, if I'm not mistaken, is probably more than enough for a front wheel drive and manual car. Of course, this car already has the new dashboard that once you go into the N mode, it changes the dials in a very neat way. I think Hyundai has really stepped up. The dials are crystal clear, and also this center console dash where you can really change the setting to your custom mode. Say I want to have the exhaust to be very open, I want to have the RPM to rev match. Everything can be changed there. I think that really is a really cool thing. But of course the RaceChip GTS module is the party piece here. You have the possibility to control that via mobile app, which means you can set it to race, sport and eco. If you go to the adjustments here, more or less sport is what the factory is bringing to you. The 5 more or less is the 204 HP from the factory. Eco is eco-friendly, but whoever wants to drive eco-friendly. And if you do the 7 is the maximum setting, you get maximum power as just said. So we put it to race, put the mobile phone aside, and of course want to find out how fast the car is here using the race box. On the country road, the 0 to 100 is probably not most important, but later on 100 to 200, very excited to see the difference and also how fast this car is going. Other than that, I think we will put it to the N mode right here, which means you also have the reduced traction control. So left hand side is real N mode, right hand side is your N custom mode. And without further talking, put it in first gear and slowly set off. We can now actually engage the launch control here, get to a standstill and see how fast it goes. While the lady of the sat-nav is talking to us, we actually managed to do a 6.4 seconds 0 to 100. I don't know if that was the perfect start, but honestly 6.4 for such a small car is already pretty good. So let's now try out on the Autobahn without RaceChip tuning first. So the entire tuning box is turned off. We are running on the stock 204 HP. Let's see what the 100 to 200 time will be. Managed to do 21.1 seconds 100 to 200 with the RaceChip tuning turned off, and we will of course now see how much faster it goes with the tuning turned on. So I think we have done some reasonable runs. Of course, as the autobahns are not perfectly flat here, and also wind is going the one in the other direction, the times are not perfectly comparable, but nevertheless I think you get an idea of how much faster the RaceChip version also is than the stock one, which actually the stock one already is pretty fast for such a small car with only, let's say, that 1.6 liter engine. We have actually managed to do sometimes about 21 seconds without tuning, and with the GTS Black turned on we were at around 17 seconds, maybe a bit more. Honestly, I have to say that the run with the tuning turned on was with wind in our direction, so let's say worse conditions than the other run. So I would say in real life you are really getting a difference of 4 seconds, maybe even more than 4 seconds difference between GTS module of RaceChip and the non-optimized car, and I think that's pretty good. That is actually the same direction that also the GTI was. I think there was also a 3.5 to 4 second difference, 100 to 200 between the stock car and the RaceChip car, and I think that's cool, because then you really realize it, and as said before, the pull through, the torque that you have at mid RPMs is really noticeable. I mean, you're driving a small hot hatch car right here, and actually it feels super strong, and going the direction of, I think we have 370 Newton meters almost here, and that to a manual transmission and a front wheel drive car is very nice. Yeah, you can see it by the sun. You cannot see anything in here, but the sun is nice. We are lucky with the weather yet again, as we went down to Stuttgart or Göppingen, where RaceChip is actually sitting, and yeah, had a lot of fun with the car, and hopefully you also enjoyed those clips. Please join us on Instagram and Facebook, and of course also TikTok, where we have some more background stories of this car, and of course don't miss the pure sound of this car which is coming, because you have already seen in the beginning of this video the sound really is good.